Guys, welcome to another episode of Is It Godly. Guys, thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the new subscribers. Karibuni nyumbani. Karibuni sana. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. It's an honor and I'm so grateful that you chose to subscribe to my channel. It is such a blessing. You are a blessing. Thank you for the wenyeji. For those who have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe, share, comment down below. Tell us your thoughts, your story. We want to hear your story. So guys, thank you so much for the love on the two previous videos. So many people commented and told me of how it spoke to them. That was such a blessing. My heart was so gladdened. So guys, as promised, we were going to do the lessons that I learned. And guys, one of the lessons that I learned after that heartbreak was, guys, forgiving is not easy. And it takes God to actually genuinely and truly forgive. Cause guys, I remember I forgave that guy so many times. I remember actually I had sweared to never forgive him. Never. Nikuwa nimesema mimi hadi kaburini, I'm never forgiving you for the wound that you caused on my heart. I'll never forgive you. And then slowly, as we began to walk with God, actually God made it clear to me that I had to forgive this guy. And there's this cliche statement that says that forgiving is setting the prisoner free, only to realize that you're actually the prisoner. And guys, as much cliche that sounds, it's actually very true. Guys, I was bitter for a very long time. I saw this guy so many times because we were actually in each other's spaces. Hatungeavoidiana. In nursing school, you do after every 1 year, or after every 2 semesters, the third semester you go for rotation in a hospital. So I remember this rotation we actually put together. I don't like him. I'm very bitter towards him. I'm very angry. And then we actually put in the same rotation. Yani in the same ward. Nakumbuka tulikuanga female ward. So we're in the same ward. We literally have to work together, whether I like it or not. I have to literally see him every morning. And I'm so angry. I'm so bitter towards him. So whether I liked it or not, I literally have to work with him. So it was really, really, really hard. Nisa God akozile, you really have to forgive this guy. For him, it looked like he's having his best life. His life moved on. You're actually the one who is forever angry. I felt like I'm the only one who is hurt in this situation. Do you really want me to forget the fact that this guy really hurt me so bad? And God, do you actually see that he looks like he doesn't even deserve my forgiveness? Because he's okay. And then I remember that time, it's when God actually begins to give me this revelation of some people you will forgive them, not because they ask for forgiveness, but because of you. I know. You're the one who is bitter. You're the one who is seeing them every single day. You're the one who is going through all this pain. They might be going through the same pain, but they're not showing it. But you're the one who is suffering. Each time you see them do something, they're actually doing something, not actually to hurt you. They're doing something actually unintentionally. It's actually normal, but to you it appears like they're actually targeting you. And sometimes actually they are not. So everything about them hurts you. And especially when they are forever in your space, it's even harder. So I remember I forgave this guy ungenuinely, because it was not genuine, 1,000,000 times, if not a trillion. There are times I actually went before him and told him, do you know what? I've forgiven you. And I've forgiven you. And I'll never, I've forgotten all that you did to me. And I'll never be angry at you again. And then the next day we meet, I don't even want to see them. Then I know he used to wonder, what's wrong? Until one day I went into God, you know what? I cannot do this on my own. I need you to somehow work in the inside of me and remove all this hurt and this bitterness inside of me, because I have tried for 1,000,000 times and it is not working. It was literally not working. Because each day I told him I forgive him, but the next day I'm more bitter and all angry and agitated. agitated around him, you know. And then it was like, I said yesterday I forgave you, but today I'm so bitter. So it never made sense. And actually, in real sense, I not forgiven him. So I realized it was close to impossible doing it on my own. But at this time, I had actually known about God. And I had told him so many things about me. And I had seen him begin to help me. It was not automatic, like, today, God, I'm feeling this, and tomorrow it's out. No, God took his time because he's all wise. He knows exactly what he's doing with our lives. So God, when I opened up my heart and told God it was hard, God actually began to help me make steps. And it was actually a place of exercising. And I'm like, today, God is helping me to forgive you. So today, I will not act agitated. Today, I will actually greet you and say hi. And it was not easy. Greeting him and trying to actually forget all that I had been through. Guy, I was thinking of committing suicide because of you, I was thinking of stepping in front of a car and get hit because of you. No, I have not eaten for days, so many weeks because of you. I've spent sleepless nights crying, my pillow drenched in tears because of you. Like, kwa time nilikuwa sema then nimekusamea, then all those come and I'm like, bana sikusamehei, aki, I am not forgiving you, And then God began to take me through what he did for me, who God is, and what forgiveness does. And I remember one day, Pastor T talking about forgiveness opening other doors in our life. And and forgiveness opens up doors of bitterness and anger. And as we said previously, bitterness and anger is such a spirit that makes you it's a spirit that overtakes you, and you do things that are actually unimaginable. So the spirit of unforgiveness actually locks some doors that were supposed to open in your life, or actually opens up a door to the enemy. Take your time and tell God, help me to forgive, because God says it's a command to actually forgive. And you realize the moment that God actually helped me to now genuinely forgive him, it took a while. It took months to actually look him in the eye and actually realize, I'm no longer bitter towards you. I don't know what happened. I cannot explain what happened, but what I know is God took over. I moved from being very dramatic, because I was very dramatic, because yesterday I was okay with you, today I'm not. Sitting in front of you like so angry and I feel like strangling you, to pass to someone who actually greeted him with my hands. I'm like, hi, how are you doing? How are you? All this time, it was hard forgiving him. And guys, let me tell you, when God helped me to forgive him, he had not actually even asked for a proper forgiveness. He did not look remorseful about it, And he apologized sincerely, and when I felt it was sincere, was 3 years later. And maybe the previous ones, because the one texting me was actually at the beginning of the heartbreak. Later on, he did other apologies because of the way I used to treat him. I was not very good at treating him. But they never felt genuine, because even for me, I was not in that space of knowing, I've already forgiven you, so it doesn't matter how you say it or how you put it. My heart is free from you. It has to start with you, because these people might apologize, but it doesn't sound like an apology to you, even if they apologized. They apologized. Whatever. In the best way possible. God has to first work on your heart, so that even when that apology comes, it doesn't matter how it comes. It doesn't even matter whether they apologize or not. Your heart is totally free from them. So yes, God helped me to forgive him way later. I think actually 2.5 years later, when I could actually now approach him and look him into the eye and actually realize that deep inside my heart there is no bitterness, there's no anger. Sorry for that. And I realized that could only take God. Guys, without God, forgiveness is nearly impossible. I've talked to people and they're like, forgiveness is up to me. It's me to choose whether to forgive you or not. Somehow I understand where you're coming from. But remember, God demands us to forgive. Because remember, God forgave us. So allow God to help you forgive. It's not easy. It's not easy, but allow God to help you forgive of those deep hearts. There are some that are so deep. I cannot even explain. There are some that are even way worse than what I went through. And sometimes it's so hard to forgive. But like we said, unforgiveness opens up doors. It gives the enemy a leeway to come and operate in your life. And when the enemy comes, he does not come with good things, my friend. He comes with all sorts of ugly things into your life. So it's not easy. Allow God. Allow God to help you. Allow God to, hold your hand in this journey of learning to forgive those people that have brought really deep hurts into our lives. Guys, they may never ask for forgiveness. They're actually those who hurt us and actually act like we hurt them. Yeah. But allow God to really help you forgive. Some of them may never even ask for forgiveness. Allow God to help you. And it is with God, nothing and absolutely nothing is impossible with God. When you allow God into your life, guys, there's nothing He cannot turn around.